Hi, guys. This is like a set of a rom-com up here. Like, there's gonna be like a cute meet is gonna happen eventually. There's a park bench, there's a leg. I'm from a small town in anyone here from Colorado? That's a cheap shot. There's a lot of Colorado people here tonight. I'm from a small town in Colorado, so living out here, it's definitely a culture shock. And I feel like anyone who's from a small town who moves to a big city has their big city story. You know, their moment that they knew they weren't in Kansas anymore or anything like that. They're from Kansas. See, I'm just pulling all the stops tonight. So here's mine. I was out here, I just moved out here and I was riding the train here, and yeah, there's a train in LA, you guys. It's underground, it's like a subway. Use it. I was on there, it was really late at night, it was just me and there was another guy in the train with me, and I was looking out the window and I just had this like moment of like, oh my god, I did it, like I moved here. And even though it was underground, there's all these like, you know, memorabilia at each like stop that was like, next stop Hollywood. Like it literally said, next stop Hollywood, you know, and you can't help but be like, oh my god, like I did it. I moved out here, I'm like living my life, I'm gazing out the window and I'm looking at the reflection of the window and I see the man across from me is quite clearly masturbating. Yeah, let's laugh. My reaction was more, so we come to a stop. And I was gonna run, but then he moved, and when he moved, I wasn't gonna move. And then we exchanged glances, like I knew, he knew, and then he ran off the train, and I just, you know, sat there hyperventilating. And I don't know what was worse, like knowing that I was on a train with a man who was masturbating, or like deep down hoping he was masturbating to me. I was the only one in there, you guys. Could you imagine if you took one look at me and was like, no, I gotta create a fictitious woman in my... And to be fair, like I was having a really bad day, it was really late at night, like I didn't look like, I don't know. Or maybe he knew, do you think he knew? Oh my god, I don't know. Do you think he knew? And he was just being, men are so complicated. So needless to say, I drive now. I drive. So LA people, you guys like hating driving. Is what I'm learning out here. I just hate it. Like, it's such a different world. In Colorado, we do like crazy things like drive the speed limit, and or we like stop at red lights. Or my favorite thing that we do this a lot. We're driving, then we go, like meaning like. And basically every Colorado driver is like, no, after you, no, after you. Oh, I see that you're slowing down because there's a snowstorm coming. How very responsible of you. I tip my hat to you, honk honk, friendly tap. Whereas like, out here, I feel like I'm a really sweet person. Like I'm very like level-headed and stuff, but like when I'm driving, suddenly I'm like, fuck you fucking cocksucker, you stupid dickwad, I hope you run! Fucking hell! Next time, use your blinker! Another thing that's weird about driving out here, I get this all the time where guys like pull up and slow down and like they're trying to like hit on me while I'm driving. Like they'll roll down the window and be like, hey girl, like hey, what's a hey? Or like they'll like be like making faces at me and I'm just like, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to give you my number through the window? Like what's happening? Like just once I want to be driving and have a guy pull up to me and I'll be like, you wanna call me? Just once. But I don't want to die. Like that's the thing. If you drive, are you doing that? Anyway. Ever since LA, I never knew before moving to LA that I had to have an opinion about kale. Or like I had to know, like I had to like have an opinion about whether or not like Maggie Smith is overrated or underrated on Downton Abbey. Like to me, like I don't have it. She's just old to me. Like that's not trying to be mean. I was just thinking about it the other day and like Maggie Smith has been old since I was born. That's not. Or like the royal baby was born. Everyone gives a shit about that out here. Like, yeah, you guys know we're not British, right? Like, it's not like it's our baby. We got one. Sir, you can care. You're allowed. The rest of us, we have no excuse. We have no reason to care. Like, but be honest, did you all kind of hope it came out a little weird looking? Like, wouldn't it be great if they like honey boo booed it and had like an extra finger or something, or if it came out black. Because then that would give us reason to actually talk about it. It's just a normal baby. And then they named it George. Like they named it George. Like that's at least in America, when celebrities have a normal looking baby, they do something stupid, like name it something just fucking ridiculous. And then we have a reason to talk about it. But it's like George, I mean, that's definitely a name of someone who's gonna get their ass kicked. But I don't know, I don't really have an opinion on Will and Kate. Like I don't really care about them, but it would have been I would have become like a fan of theirs if they decided to be like, oh really, you're gonna name your kid Blue Ivy or Northwest? Well, we just named our kid Piccadilly Circus. Bugger off! And that's my British accent, by the way. Any impersonation's gonna sound like Oliver. Please, sir, can I have some more? Sorry, sir. Facebook, Facebook's big everywhere. It's not like that's a unique LA thing, but what I noticed with my friends out here that I've made, they post a lot of public service announcements on Facebook, like things like fact. And it's like, you realize if you put it on Facebook, the phrase like, no man, it's true, I read it on Facebook, like it's not gonna fly, like it doesn't become fact anymore. Like they try to do like PSAs, like this is a PSA I read the other day. It was, if you're being held up by gunpoint, and the robber takes you to an ATM, if you put your PIN number in backwards, the ATM will call the police. Now, how is that, like, how do you validate that? Like, there's no way you can really, I got silent, you guys. Like, you guys are like, oh man, let me write this down. Like, I read it on Facebook, you guys. Like, and there's only one time to, like, really validate that. Like, and, like, I tell you what, like, if it's me and there's a robber with a gun in my head and I put my PIN in backwards, only two things are gonna happen. I'm gonna get shot and die, or someone's getting access to my $200. Sorry. $247, you guys. I got paid today. Yeah. I am afraid of dying out here. That's probably the biggest culture shock, is like, I'm out here, I might die. My small town, I'm not afraid of that. And like as a young woman living in a city, you kind of go through a checklist in your mind. You kind of have to like psych yourself into safety, you know? Like, I don't know, when I hear about a serial killer, I kind of have to go like, okay, 1, is he killing prostitutes? Yes. 2, am I a prostitute? No. You don't scare me, serial killer. But ultimately, I'm really happy. I'm really proud of myself for moving here. I'm going out here to live my dream, and that dream is to be the world's greatest soul singer who has extreme nostalgia for her early 90s childhood. Danger, watch behind you. There's a stranger out to find you. What to do, just grab onto some. A DuckTales. Woo! Thank you guys so much.